You know the drill. It's the last week of June, doing the movie haul. I got a lot today. This is a big haul. We got VCR tapes, we have DVDs and Blu-rays, stuff from the thrift store, and I got a couple brand new Blu-rays today. So we're gonna talk about that. And I did get a couple. I noticed they got put in the wrong pile, so they were actually from last week. We're gonna talk about them, and I'll mention it. But this one here, first one we have is James Dean, Rebel Without a Cause, 4K. I've never owned it, and I've never seen this movie, so looking forward to diving into this. I'm starting to really like the Warner Brothers 100 year celebration movies. I like the back catalog. I like the 4K. I do miss the Warner Archive stuff. I mean, they still make them, but I just kind of like the format. I like the collection. But this is also very nice. I'm starting to really dig it. I'm not a slipcover guy, but if you are a slipcover guy, this is just it's a nice matte. It feels really good. I love the packaging. But the thing is that I appreciate more than anything is not that it's a gimmick, but this 100 year anniversary here, it's not stamped on the 4K. I really like that because I usually either sell my slipcovers or I just toss them in the trash. I don't keep them very rarely, and sometimes if I keep them, I'll usually frame them up and I'll put them in in with all the where I keep all the movies in the on the shelves and stuff. I'll frame them up. I'll have them up on the wall. I have a couple that I might do that with here, but I do like the fact that it doesn't just blast 100 year because it almost feels like a gimmick. So I just like the fact that it's not going to have that, and putting it on my shelf, I just think it looks really sharp. So we have that one. So looking forward to watching that one and giving a review. The next two here, I'm probably going to keep the slipcover just to frame, and maybe I'll put these in my daughter's room. But they were different. I already have these on Blu-ray, but Peter Pan, Sword and Stone, I got these from the Disney Movie Club. So if you're not familiar with that, you go to Disney Movie Club. They do like the thing they used to do back in the 90s with Columbia Music House, where you get like 4 movies for $1, and then you gotta they send you a copy every month, and you can choose to buy the copy or you can choose to decline it for get something next month. They have all kinds of deals, but I've kept it for the years because there's exclusives. So there's movies like Black Cauldron on Blu-ray. You can only buy it through the Disney Movie Club. So that's why we keep it. And this one here, I picked these up. I really dug the covers. I love the original movie poster art on there, the painted stuff. But in this new one, I'm hoping there's new commentary and stuff that we didn't already have. And there's right here, it says alternate opening where Wart meets Merlin. So there's something here that I've never seen before, and that's why I tend to pick that type of stuff up. So obviously my kid's gonna love it, and I'm a big Disney guy, so I do like the Disney movies. Next one, this was my daughter's purchase. This was actually on sale at Best Buy. Normally Disney movies aren't on sale, but this one here, the whole lot of them were like $13 at Best Buy, and they've been that way for a couple weeks now. So Little Mermaid, again, this is one we have on Blu-ray. We have it on VHS. I'm sure we have it on DVD somewhere. But this one again, had this similar packaging to the last Blu-ray release, but it's a Walt Disney signature collection. So again, I'm hoping that there's added commentary, added stuff from the archives that's not on the original one, because I think the one we had is the Diamond release. So those are the new movies there. This one here, Ender's Game. I saw it a while ago. I actually really liked it. Just never picked it up on Blu-ray, and this was at the thrift store for a couple bucks. Couldn't go wrong. Now onto some DVDs that I picked up. Let's see. Shoot 'em Up. This one here, actually, it's weird to me to see DVD cases with slipcovers. I know it wasn't like uncommon, but it just seems like I find more and more with the slipcovers in the thrift store, and I just always got rid of my slipcovers. But Shoot 'em Up, that was a great film. Really glad to add it to the collection. Best of Eddie Murphy, Saturday Night Live. These are always fun. I like to pick these up. I'm not a huge fan of Saturday Night Live, but I do like the earlier stuff. I like the stuff from the 80s, like the original cast, Steve Martin, Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy. That for me, it was like some of the greatest stuff. I mean, some of the 90s stuff is really cool, but I do like those first seasons of Saturday Night Live better. Blast from the Past. This is another one. I watch it every couple of years. It's usually on TV at some point, yet I've never owned it. So picked this up, couldn't just leave it in the store. Had to have that in the collection. It is an enjoyable film. This one here, my kid picked it up, but then she's a little too young for it, I think. Like, I just scanned it real quick. It's PG-13, and some of the stuff I let her watch, but it seems like there's, like, sexual content in there, so it's like, it's PG-13, so it's probably tame by comparison, but I've never seen this before, but she wanted it, so I said, yeah, no problem, and then I looked into it after, so it's like, so we did pick up Blue Crush. I've never seen it. You know, I said I don't dislike any of the characters in here, so I'll probably give this one a watch and then see if she can watch it, and then I'll probably give her my thoughts on it later. This one here, Loser. This is another one I've never seen before, so it's got Jason Biggs, Mina Suvari, and Greg Kinnear. So looking forward to it. Just looks like a early 2000s or late 90s classic comedy. So looking forward to that one. And I do always appreciate the heavier duty, the earlier DVD releases. They just got a nice thick case. And again, if I don't love the movie, I can usually take this case and just upgrade one of my other ones. So definitely really like that one. I like the pickup, so I thought it was pretty good. Now these are the two here that I picked up last week, and I did show off the other one that I grabbed. So in the three, I was missing A New Hope. So this is Star Wars trilogy bonus material. Always love to have these. Love to have the commentary, background stuff, documentary stuff, because every time I get one, it's a little bit different or there's something new. So looking forward to seeing what's on that one. And we got Empire Strikes Back, so a great film, and these are in full screen, so it's going to be really great to enjoy watching it in here on the 4:3 television here, the old CRT. Looking forward to that. So definitely picked up some more Star Wars stuff. This one here, this is a MGM movie collection. This is a newer release because I remember seeing these in the Walmarts and Targets and stuff. And so there's 6 80s films on one disc. I picked this up. This was $4, a little bit more expensive for a disc, but there's 6 movies in here. So we have Valley Girl, The Rachel Papers, Losing It, The Last American Virgin, Class, and Zapped. Now, out of all of them, I've only seen Valley Girl and Losing It and Zapped. So looking forward to checking out the other 3, and it was just a nice pickup. 6 movies for basically the price of one. This one here is one I found very recently in the past couple of years. Absolutely loved it. Thought it was a phenomenal movie. Really fun, and shocked to see it in the thrift store, so I had to pick it up, which was Night Shift. And I do like these older style DVD cases. Now, a lot of people didn't like this clip. A lot of people liked the things to be a universal format, and obviously when DVD was coming out, it was almost like the Wild West. Everybody did something different. This was a Warner Brothers thing. Now, for me, I used to love getting the Warner Brothers releases with this style flip up, because it was simple. This is cardboard, so it is easily damaged if you don't take care of your things. But with this one, absolutely loved it because it's an easy replace. So if the tines on your disc break, you can actually right here open these up. So these pop open, and then you can just pop them right back in, and you can replace it. So it was just really nice, and because I have had several of them where the tines had broke, and it was just easy to replace and fix. So I like that. But then more than anything, when these were brand new, people like to do the unboxings and have that unboxing therapy kind of thing. For me, pulling off the actual sticker here that was attached, it was some oddly satisfying thing. So I really did appreciate that, and I'm really glad to have this under the collection. Here's another one here. I remember this when this came out. Everybody was super into it. Elizabeth Hurley, Brendan Fraser, Bedazzled. This was a fun one. I haven't seen it in many years. Looking forward to diving back into it. And a lot of people don't know this is an actual remake. And the original one, the devil was played by a guy. I don't recall it. It's been a very long time since I've seen this. But this is a remake. But I did enjoy this one. Another one here, I didn't have my collection. I was shocked I didn't have it already, but 40-Year-Old Virgin. This was hilarious when it came out. I'm sure I'm still gonna laugh when I watch it again, but it's been a couple years since I've seen it. But I just it's one of them like raunchy comedies that's just great. It's really really fun. But I am gonna have to watch this when my kid goes to bed. So I have a whole pile of those now. There's a ton of movies I have to get through that when she goes to bed. But then lately I've been wanting to watch other things, so it turns into one of those things. That pile is starting to grow. But again, once I do the rewatch, I'll give my thoughts on it. Because I have seen it before and I liked it back in the day. I'm sure I'm still going to love this. This one here is one I've never seen, Rodney Dangerfield. Now, I do enjoy Rodney Dangerfield. When I was much younger, I didn't understand it. I was like, I didn't get it. I was like, all right, the dude's a comedian. I don't think he's that funny. But it wasn't until I was older. And same thing with Norm Macdonald. I had the same kind of thing where just like, all right, everyone says he's funny. He's a comedian. I get it. But the jokes just didn't hit for me until I was older. So I definitely am starting to pick up some more Rodney Dangerfield stuff because now as I'm older, I'm really kind of digging it. But we got Rodney Dangerfield, Joe Pesci. This is easy money. I've never seen it, and it's an MGM release. So looking forward to checking this out. I'm sure it's a great time. This here, brand new in the package, never opened. This is so somebody probably bought this thinking it was like going to be a crazy collector's item, or it was possibly a gift, but either way, this never got open. This was sitting there. I paid $2 for it on the thrift store, and we got Johnny Carson's final show, America Says Farewell, his favorite moments of the Tonight Show. Now, the reason I grabbed this is I was never like a huge Johnny Carson fan, but as I do like to collect all the older stuff, I'm probably going to enjoy this because I'm sure there's interviews and stuff that I just never saw because, you know, 60s, 70s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and then the final show. So you have multiple things before I was even born. So yeah, I'm looking forward to diving into this and seeing what it's all about. But for $2, brand new, I couldn't leave tapes in the store. Now here's one. Here's a movie that comes up a lot. It's very, very controversial. I saw this when I was a little kid. I was probably like 8 or 9 when I saw this, and I didn't see anything wrong with it then. But like now, I see the problem. I see the taboo. I see the stuff. I see the controversy. But as a kid, when I watched it, it was just a movie. In this one here, and I've never seen it on home video or anything, so Pretty Baby. This is Brooke Shields' release. Now, it's controversial because in this, her mother, Susan Sarandon, she's a hooker, and, you know, they live in a whorehouse, and so then also Brooke Shields, who was like 12 at the time, also does that. So they don't really show any of that stuff, but she does appear nude in the film, and it does create all kinds of controversy. But like most of Brooke Shields' movies back then, you know, like Blue Lagoon, all this stuff, like she was definitely appeared nude as a teenager in a lot of those older films. And she's spoken about this. I'm pretty sure she did her college thesis on this movie. So definitely she's spoken a lot about this. I know a lot of people have their own opinions, but you know, before people have their own opinions, why don't you check out what Brooke Shields said about this? So she's talked about it many, many times, and quite recently she just made a new documentary for the Blu-ray release that came out of an Australian company. I haven't really dived into that too much, but there is an Australian Blu-ray boutique company that did do the Blu-ray release of this. Let's see, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So now this one here, I did watch a couple of the Buffy episodes when I was younger. I remember when it was out, it was fun, but I didn't catch them all. I didn't really like super get into it, super get hooked. But I did pick up the VHS. My kid loves it. We've been watching them. I have a bunch of the first seasons on DVD, so we've been definitely checking that out. So picked this up. She couldn't leave it in the store, and I just really enjoyed watching this with my kid. Now, more TV shows I got this one here. I absolutely loved this TV show, but I only picked up, they only had season 1, 2, and 3. So I got Boardwalk Empire. I got 3 seasons. Looking forward to having that because I didn't own this, but I did enjoy this show when it came out. So that was definitely one I was hooked on. And then last, This was here. It was fine. I picked it up. So True Blood. It's fine. I do like vampires. I like all that stuff. But this one here, I don't know. I picked it up. It was cheap enough. I'm gonna give it another watch. I remember watching it when it was out, and it didn't really stay with me. So I'm gonna watch it again and see if I change my mind. But that's the haul. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you like this type of video, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch you next week.